Hello guys, welcome back. My name's Nathan and today I'm going to be making my 2021 World Juniors Tournament predictions. Now you might be wondering, Nathan, why the heck are you wearing a bunch of medals from 8 years ago from piano baseball that were basically participation trophies because they were with a Team USA jersey on? I mean, come on. It's World Juniors time, which means I'm absolutely ready to be disappointed by Team USA. But we're going to go through the whole tournament, the preliminary games, the tournament, and the gold medal game. And we're going to be predicting who will win the gold medal in the 2021 World Juniors. So, how do I see this tournament progressing over the next month and a half? And who do I see ultimately winning that gold medal in 2021? Watch till the end for all my predictions and all the tournament picks. And of course, hit that big red subscribe button for more World Juniors content just like this one. Now, if you remember back to the 2020 World Junior Predictions video, I predicted Canada versus Russia in the gold medal game and Canada to win the gold medal. So I am looking pretty good. I'm liking our feel going into this 2021 prediction, so we'll see what happens. But before we get into the tournament itself and the actual gold medal game, we need to get into the preliminary games and actually figure out the seeding. So Group A this time around is Switzerland, Canada, Finland, Germany, and Slovakia. And of course, each group, both Group A and Group B, play 4 games against each other. And how I see Group A switching out, I see, of course, Canada getting that top spot, number 1 with 12 points on the tourney. At number 2, I see Finland getting that second spot with 8 points, 2 wins, 1 overtime win. Germany at number 3, I see them getting 6 points, getting 1 win, 1 overtime win, 1 overtime loss, and 1 regulation loss. Meanwhile, for Slovakia, I see them getting a total of 3 points. And for Team Switzerland, I see them going at number 5, getting 1 point as an overtime loss, and getting 1 point at Group A. Then going on to Group B, I see the top 5 going as Russia, United States, Sweden, Czech Republic, and Austria. Now, I see it where Russia gets that top spot, and as of right now, I have them getting 11 points just behind Canada for that tournament lead. Meanwhile, for the United States, I have them getting 9 points, Sweden gets 8 points, and for Team Czech Republic, they get 3. Meanwhile, for Austria, I see them losing the regulation in all of their games. Yeah, I mean, I like Marco Rossi, but that Group B is absolutely stacked besides them, and they're going to have to kind of get beat up in that tournament, sadly. But now we can get into the quarterfinal where the real fun starts, baby. And we get into the first matchup between the first team in Group B and the 4th team in Group A, between Team Russia and Team Slovakia. Now, I think the Slovaks have some pretty decent players, especially in the next couple of drafts, but I don't think you'll really see it in this game. To me, Russia will get a pretty great defeat, winning 5-0 and moving on to the semifinals. I mean, I really like Russia this year, and I think Slovakia has some pretty decent players, but Russia just looks absolutely stacked against a team like Slovakia, especially offensively, and I think Askarov will definitely shut them out in that game. Then going on to our next matchup in the quarterfinal between Team USA and Team Germany. And I think this would be an awesome and super fun matchup. Obviously, with Team Germany, they look pretty decent this year with guys like Tim Stützle, Marie Seider, John Jason Pachurka, Lucas Reichel, who really round out that star power. The main problem for me, though, is depth. They really don't have too many guys besides that, and I think that'll kind of hurt them, especially versus a team like Team USA, where they have a lot more depth. And I don't even know if they have more star power per se in terms of what they could have, but I think Team USA just looks a lot better. I think they'd win that game 3-1, but I still see Team Germany handling it pretty well and keeping that game pretty close, which is a pretty good accomplishment, I would say. Then going on to our next matchup, we have the first team in 1A and the fourth team in Tier B, Group B. I have Team Canada and Team Czech Republic. Now, I think the Czech have I think they have some pretty decent players this year, but I don't think it's one of their strongest rosters ever, and I think that'll kind of show in this game. I see Canada getting a 7-1 whopping, and I don't know, or whopping win. But I say whooping, but whopping win makes more sense. I don't know. For Canada, they're just gonna steamroll here. I mean, I think the Czech have some decent players, but it's just not going to be enough against a team like Canada. They just have such a great stacked roster, and that's without a guy like Alexis Lafreniere. And I think that team's just going to be so well off offensively, especially. and I think they'll kind of make mincemeat of the Czech Republic at that point. Then going on to our final matchup in the quarterfinals, this one is freaking amazing between Team Finland and Team Sweden. Now, I think this would be the most close game out of them all and the best one, if we're going to be real here. I see Team Sweden winning this game 4-2, but I think this will be an awesome game that'll pretty much go right to the very end. I think Team Finland has some great players still, but their 2020 draft was so-so, their 2020 draft was so-so, even with a guy like Anton Lundell, and I'm not sure if they're able to get over the hump. Sweden has a lot of guys in the 2021 draft too, especially, but even though the 2020 draft was a little bit weak on their side, I think they'll have some pretty great reinforcements, and a guy like Victor Soderstrom will help them out quite a bit. And then we go on to the semifinals, and our first matchup today is between Russia and Team USA, and this one will be amazing. I mean, I think this would be the two best teams in Group B, just battling it out to see who goes to the gold medal game. But even though I'm a biased Team USA fan, I really don't see Russia losing in this game. I see Team USA scoring a goal, but I see Team Russia winning this one 3-1. I think that team, especially Askarov, is going to be fantastic, especially throughout the tournament part of this tournament, and I feel like they'll just be great versus a team like Team USA. I think USA still has some great options, but I'm just not sure if this is their year either. Then going on to our last matchup in the semifinals to decide who will face against Russia in the gold medal game, we have Team Canada versus Team Sweden. And I think Sweden will look pretty good in this year's tournament, but getting past Canada, I'm not quite sure about that. With that said, though, I think this game will be very close. Canada will win it 4-3, but it'll go right to the very end. Canada will get it in regulation, but it'll be a nail-biter for both teams involved. But I see that game, just like the Russia versus USA game, being absolutely premier. But we can go into the elimination game now between Austria and Team Switzerland. Of course, the bottom team from Group A and Group B. And this decides who will go into the World Juniors next year, continue to survive, and who will go to the World Junior 1A. So, between Austria and Switzerland, I have Team Austria winning. I mean, maybe it's just because I love Marco Rossi and I think he's going to be an absolute beast against Switzerland. But Switzerland has nobody, basically, this year. It's a barren wasteland right now. Meanwhile, for Austria, at least they have Marco Rossi, and I think he's going to be freaking amazing. And they will survive and move on to next year's World Juniors as well. Then going on to our bronze and gold medal game, I'm going to start out with the bronze medal game between Team USA and Team Sweden. And this is a back and forth one for me because I think Sweden looks really good, but also Team USA still has a lot of the players from last year's World Juniors and from that amazing 2019 draft for them. I think they look good. But I think Team Sweden pulls off a little bit of upset and wins the bronze medal 3-2 in overtime. And I'm going to say Victor Soderstrom is the overtime winner, the overtime hero. And he gets it done for the Swedes. They will win the bronze medal. And now we get into who will win gold and silver in this year's World Juniors. And we get into the gold medal game, the same as last year, the repeat between Team Canada and Team Russia. And this is another one that I went back and forth on because I think the main thing will be Askarov for Team Russia. If he can have an amazing game, then I think Russia has a really good chance. But I think it's going to go down the wire. It's going to be a one-goal game. Will be won in regulation. And in my opinion, Team Canada will win the gold medal over Team Russia in the 2021 World Juniors. Back-to-back, same results for Canada. But I think this year they're even more stacked on forward, even more stacked on just basically everything. The main issue of Team Canada, I think, is goaltending. And I think that's something that you might want to keep an eye on because they don't really have anybody that can really fill that net with a solidified spot. But I think that forward group is just too obnoxiously good. That defense is rock solid. And I think they will get the job done this time around in Edmonton, in Red Deer, and win the gold medal in the 2021 World Juniors. And now going on to the World Junior Awards I'm going to hand out this year. To me, the MVP of the tournament will be Yaroslav Askarov. Even though Canada, I think, is going to win these World Juniors, I think the MVP, the most valuable player of this tournament, will be Askarov. I think he'll have a lot more of a rebound year after last year's World Juniors and be the guy that Team Russia needs to not just get to that gold medal game, but keep that gold medal game close. Then going on to the best forward, I see it being Connor McMichael. McMichael was very good with Canada last year, and of course, he'll be back on that team this year as well. That's a team that's going to be fantastic forward-wise, but I think Connor McMichael is really going to stand out from the pack, especially since it seems like Alexi Lafreniere likely won't be on that team. He'll likely be in training camp with the New York Rangers, which is a big loss for Canada, but I don't think it'll be too major since there's a lot of great forwards that can take his place. Then going on to the best D-man of the tournament, my pick is going to be German stud Moritz Seider. I mean, Moritz Seider was incredible in the World Juniors last year, and he had a lot less options than he does this year too. I think Moritz Seider is really going to come into his own offensively in the World Juniors, but you already have a great defensive player there too. I think he'll be awesome, and Germany's defense will be absolutely lost without him. Then going on to the most underrated player for this tournament, my pick is going to be USA defenseman Dominic Fensore. I really like Fensore and his great transition ability. He's pretty short, but that's a player that I think can really make some offensive game. Went pretty underrated in the 2019 draft, went to the Canes, I believe. And that's a player who I think could get some pretty good opportunities, especially on that power play for the United States, and do very well there. I'm not sure if he's going to get 5,000 points or anything, but I think he's going to be a big player for USA. Kind of like how Zach Jones was last year for Team USA, Rangers prospect, who went pretty underrated, but a guy that is badly needed on that defense, especially on the offensive side. But that is going to be it for today, guys, for my Canada fans out there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Comment down below, what do you think about this year's World Juniors? Who do you think are going to be surprises? Who do you think is going to be the MVPs? And who do you think is going to win the gold medal as well? Would it be Canada, Russia, Sweden, USA, Finland, Germany, Czech Republic, Austria, or Switzerland? I think I listed all the names. I'm probably forgetting somebody. Slovakia. I'm sorry. But let me know all your thoughts. Make sure you share this video with your friends. Get the word out there. And click on this card for all of my World Juniors content right in one playlist. I'm just going to say this right now. We're going to be streaming a lot in these World Juniors. Going to be starting on the first day with the first game, I'm pretty sure. Well, depending on what the games are. But yeah, we're going to be continuing that. We did a lot of streams last year for the World Juniors and a bunch during the playoffs. And I cannot wait to do some live commentary, some play-by-play. And who knows? Maybe we'll see USA win the gold medal. That would be freaking amazing. I mean, keeping my fingers crossed. We'll see. Anyways, my name's Nathan. I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Goodbye.